Hi Year 2, in today's video we're going to be looking at telling the time on an analog clock. Just to recap, in Year 2 so far and from Year 1 you might remember doing o'clock, quarter past, half past and quarter to. We're just going to do a quick recap before we get into the video where we'll focus on looking at minutes to and minutes past the hour. So let's get started. Okay, I've got my clock here and I want to tell the time. I remember actually quite quickly that when the minute hand, that's the long hand, is pointing on 12, that means it's something o'clock. Remember, I always look at the minute hand first and then the hour hand. My minute hand is on 12, which tells me that it's o'clock. Now I look to the hour hand and see where it's pointing. I can see my hour hand, that's the shorter hand, is pointing at 4. That means the time right now is 4 o'clock. If I were to write it down, I would do it like this. 4 plus 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Okay. Let's rub that out. Now, I'm going to move my minute hand to there. When the minute hand is pointing past 3, so it's on 3, that means that we're saying it's quarter past the hour. So, if the minute hand is pointing on 3, that's telling us that 15 minutes have passed since the hour started. And when we go into fractions, 15 is a quarter of 60, and there are 60 minutes in an hour. If I were to write this down, I would write quarter past, and then I look at the hour hand, it's pointing just a little bit after 4, but it's close to 4. It's quarter past 4. Now I'm going to move my minute hand again to there. This time my minute hand is pointing at 6, or it's halfway down the clock. It's pointing straight down. We can say the time on this clock is now half past because I've gone halfway around the clock. We're halfway past the hour. So it's half past. Now I look at my hour hand and it's in between 4 and 5. I can say the time is half past 4. Remember, we're not at half past 5 yet because I haven't gone past 5 in my hour hand. I've only gone halfway past 4. So the time is half past 4. Just like that. And one more. When our minute hand is pointing at 9, this tells us that we've gone about 3/4 away. 3/4 around the clock, or 45 minutes have passed since the hour began. Now, when we get past 6 on the clock, we always refer to the minutes as minutes to. So, my minute hand's at 9, but I can say this is quarter to, then I look at my next hour, 5. That means a quarter of the hour is left until we reach the next hour, until it becomes 5 o'clock. The time is quarter to 5. Quarter to 5. Just like that. Okay, we're back. This time, my clock's a bit different. I don't just have 12, 3, 6 and 9 on the clock. There are other numbers too, and time is always moving. So it's good for us to be ready to say what the time is when. So, right now, I'm going to follow my exact same steps. I'm going to write it down here. Always look at your minute hand first. Then we look at our hour hand. Okay, let's have a look at this clock. This time I'm looking at my minute hand first and it's pointing at the number 2. 2. Oh, I remember that whenever we are looking at minutes on the clock, we always count in our 5s. So yes, these numbers are here, but these numbers represent the hour. We need to actually convert this into minutes. On a clock, to calculate the minutes, we go up in our fives. 12 being 0, then we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, or 0. This time, my minute hand is pointing at 2. I'm going to go back to 12 and count in my fives and stop when I get here so I know how many minutes have passed. 0, 5, 10. Oh, it's 10 minutes and I can see that here. Not every clock has got numbers for the minute hand. I've just got it on this one, but we should be ready to say what minutes have passed. So, it's 10 minutes. I can also do this another way. I know my 5 times table really well, so I just need to look at where my minute hand is pointing, and that's at the number 2, and multiply it by 5. 2 times 5 is also 10. So, I can already write down, looking at my minute hand, it is 10 minutes past, and I'm going to look at my hour hand, it's 10 minutes past. My hour hand is just a little bit after 5, but still closest to 5. It is 10 minutes past 5. That means 10 minutes have passed since it's been 5 o'clock. It is 10 minutes past 5. Let's have a go at doing another one. This time I'm going to do this. Okay, we're going to go through the steps. Minute hand first. Our minute hand is pointing at 5. We can either count in our fives or use our 5 times table. I'm going to start here. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And let me just check. 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. Yes, we can say, and I'm just going to start writing this down, 25 minutes past, and now I get to look at my hour hand. My hour hand is still close to 5. It's 25 minutes past 5. 25 minutes have passed since it was 5 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to give you one to do now, and then we'll check your answers after. I'm going to give you this one. Pause the video now, have a go at seeing what the time is, and then press play when you're ready to find out the answer. Okay, hopefully you've had a go. Let's go through it. We look at our minute hand first, and our minute hand is pointing at 4. Remember, for minutes, we need to count in our fives. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to go straight into multiplying by 5. 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes. It is 20 minutes past. Now I look at my hour hand. 7. It is 20 minutes past 7. If you wrote that down and you want to just check you've written it correctly, we would write 20 minutes past 7. Just like that. Well done if you got it. Okay, we're going to have a go at doing another one now. Remember, I'm still going through the same steps. Minute and then the hour. Let me have a look at my minute hand. Ooh, this time my minute hand is pointing at 7. Okay, my minute hand is pointing at 7. So if I take my steps and I count in my fives, let's see what we get. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, and then looking at my hour hand, I'm just past 6. So I would say it's 35 minutes past 6. The thing is that we don't really talk about time like that. So, you might remember, let me change the colour. You might remember in a previous video and in class, me doing this. And that's us dividing our clock in half. Now, when our minute hand is on this side of the clock, we talk about minutes past. However, as soon as our minute hand gets on this side of the clock, so we're after 6, we actually refer to time in minutes to instead of minutes past. So, whilst it might be easier to say it's 35 minutes past 6, it's actually not accurate. Instead, we talk about time in terms of minutes left until the next hour. Because if we think about it, we've kind of gone halfway around the clock already. So we're not really thinking so much about the current hour. We're closer to the next one. So when we get past the 6 in our minute hand, we're now thinking about how many minutes are left until the next hour. Thinking about that, there's a way we can do it. Our minute hand is pointing at 7. But I want to find out how many minutes are left until my minute hand gets back to 12 and we get to the next hour. To do that, I'm going to start at 7, but now call this 0. And I'm going to count back the minutes until 12 in my 5s. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's do that again. My minute hand is past 6. So I'm going to start counting how many minutes are left until my minute hand reaches 12. We start where our minute hand is and we call this 0. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's write this down. There are 25 minutes to... Now we look at our hour hand. Our hour hand, if you can see, it's actually past being halfway between 6 and 7. Instead, we are closer to 7. When we're talking about minutes to, we are looking at what is the next hour that our hour hand is going to go to. Our hour hand is going to go to 7 next. It was already on 6 and we've passed it. So the next hour is 7. So we can say the time is 25 minutes to 7. 25 minutes to 7. Just to show you, let's actually do that together. Let's go in our 5s and count our 25 minutes and see if we reach 7 o'clock. Ready? 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Look at that. The time's now 7 o'clock. So we were right. There were 25 minutes left until 7 o'clock. Let's do another one. Let's really change it up. Let's go with this one. Okay, remember looking at our minute hand, then looking at our hour hand. The only thing is now, we just need to add in an extra step. We're going to add in a step 2. Might not be able to fit it. And that's where we need to decide whether we're talking about minutes past or minutes to. So, let's do this one. Looking at our minute hand first, our minute hand is pointing at 11. Step 1, done. Now, step 2. Are we looking at minutes past or minutes to? The minute hand I can see is on this half of my clock, and my minute hand has gone past 6 because it's on 11. So we're definitely talking about minutes to. Okay, now we can work that out. Remember, with minutes to, we start where our minute hand is and we call this 0. And we're counting back the minutes in our 5s until we reach 12. 0, 5. Oh, that was nice and easy. 5 minutes are left until we reach 10 o'clock. The time is 5 minutes to 10. Sorry, I skipped over that bit, but my hour hand I can see the next number it's going to go to, the next hour it's going to go to is 10. 5 minutes are left until 10 o'clock. Let's just check. 0, 5. Yes. In 5 minutes time, it will be 10 o'clock. The time is 5 minutes to 10. I'm going to give you one more, and I want you to work this one out. Okay, I've given you a time here on the clock, and I want you to work out what is the time on this clock. If you can, try and write it down as well to see if your spellings match mine as well. Okay, pause the video now. What is the time on this clock? Okay, hopefully you had a go. We're going to go through it now. I'm going to speed through the steps because hopefully you've had a go. But just check that you went through the same steps as me. Step 1, look at our minute hand. It's on 8. Step 2, are we talking about minutes past or minutes to? I can see here, our minute hand is on 8. It's gone past 6. So we are talking about minutes to. Now we need to count back the minutes to 12. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, now look at our hour hand. What is the next hour that our hour hand will go to? Well, it's already gone past 12. The next hour is 1. The time is 20 minutes to 1. And we're essentially saying there are 20 minutes left until 1 o'clock. Okay, this was quite a long video today, but I hope this was helpful in just, in just finalizing our unit on time and looking at minutes past and minutes to. I highly recommend that this is something you keep doing, whether it be at home or whenever you see a clock, trying to see if you can figure out what the time is, and you'll feel so accomplished when you do it. I've also posted on your Seesaw journal an interactive clock that you can have a play with. See if you can make lots of different times, or maybe get a friend or a sibling or a parent or anyone to put a time on the clock, and you write it down and then check if you've got the right time. I'd love to see these on Seesaw as well once you've done them. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.